Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is April 5th, 2024, and it's reported that Barcelona have ruled out keeping Ansu Fati for the upcoming season. Also, Xavi Hernandez is closely tracking a Barca Atletic defender who's currently growing in the first team setup. And finally, Barcelona have reached out to Napoli in order to inquire about Kvaratskhelia. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick announcement that now Barca News live podcast will be held on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so 3 times a week at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because as some of you might recall, I did hold a brief survey in the community tab asking if you guys wanted a third day of live podcasts, and most of you said yes, so you voted for it. I listened, and now Barca News Podcast will be 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. In fact, today was the first time that we held the Barca News Podcast on a Friday. This was an hour or 2 ago. So if you haven't watched it yet, make sure to check it out on the channel. And I haven't said all of that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Now, I'll begin with the news that Barcelona do not count on Ansu Fati in their plans for the upcoming season. Now, when Ansu Fati left Barcelona this past summer on loan to Brighton with no option or obligation to buy, the plan in Ansu Fati's mind was to go to Brighton, get some playing time, and try to regain his form from before his injuries, and then return this summer to Barcelona with the hopes of being able to fight for his spot on the first team. But unfortunately, things have not gone too well for Ansu Fati in the Premier League, because first he got a slow start at Brighton, and when it seemed that things were starting to work out for Ansu Fati, he got dealt another major blow, suffering another injury that saw him sidelined for several weeks. And now, since returning from injury, Ansu Fati has been struggling once again to get playing time. And recently, Brighton's coach Roberto De Zerbi, said that Ansu Fati needs to do more in order to gain minutes. So it seems that things are not working out for La Masia graduate, and it seems that Brighton will not be renewing his loan, which means that Ansu Fati will be coming to Barcelona or back to Barcelona during this summer transfer market. Now, it's reported that Barcelona do not count on Ansu Fati for the upcoming season, and in fact, Ansu Fati's agent Jorge Mendes has already began looking for a new club for La Masia graduate. And it's reported there are plenty of clubs in La Liga interested in Ansu Fati's services, including Sevilla and Valencia. And even there's Wolves in the Premier League who were interested in Ansu Fati last summer, and they could still be interested during this upcoming summer. So we're going to have to see where Ansu Fati ends up. But one thing is for sure, that it doesn't seem like he will be continuing at FC Barcelona. And this is an absolute shame, because Ansu Fati was one of the most promising young talents to come out of La Masia. We all saw what he was capable of doing when he first started playing with the first team, but unfortunately, injury after injury blow have affected the player's performance, and he has not been able to regain his form from before his injuries. So it's a shame that we're gonna have to say goodbye to one of our most promising young talents, whose career has been dealt a huge blow with all these injuries. But hopefully Ansu Fati can eventually recover from all this. Hopefully he can regain his form, even if it's not at Barcelona. I do wish the youngster the best of luck, and it seems that Ansu Fati will be leaving this summer. Now on to the news that Xavi Hernandez is closely tracking a Barca Atletic defender who's currently growing up in the first team setup. Now, this defender is no other than Mamadou Mbake, the 21-year-old Senegalese center back who's currently on loan from the MLS, from Los Angeles FC to be more specific. And Xavi Hernandez had called up Mbake to train with the first team when he received a suspension in the third division with Barca Atletic, which is usually customary. When players get suspended, sometimes they get called up to the first team so they can continue training and learning and, stay in competitive rhythm. But ever since Mbappe went back to play, Xavi Hernandez has continued to call him up to train with the first team. And so far, Mamadou Mbappe has completed 7 consecutive training sessions with the first team, which means that Xavi is satisfied with Mbappe's performance. Now, Mbappe has also satisfied Rafa Marquez, his coach, because during this season he has played a total 19 matches under the Mexican manager. And so far, Barcelona are happy with Mamadou Mbappe's performance, where they consider him as an attentive marker or an attentive defender who has mature positioning, and at 1.90 meters, he always wins aerial duels or is very capable of winning aerial duels. And as such, it's reported that the club are tracking him very closely, and he could end up activating his buy option, which is worth 7 million euros, which, given the talent and the skills of the player, is not a lot of money. But of course, the big question is, with so many center backs on the first team and with Mika Faye pushing his way into the first team, where would you place Mamadou Mbappe? I do like to hear your opinion. Let me know down below in the comment section. Now we will end today's video with the news that Barcelona have contacted Napoli in order to inquire about Kvaratskhelia's situation. Now, Kvaratskhelia has been linked with Barcelona these past few weeks after it was reported that Barcelona met with Kvaratskelia's agent. Also, his agent said that him and Kvaratskelia's father were Barcelona fans and they would like for Kvaratskhelia to end up in Barcelona. And now it's being reported that Barcelona reached out to Napoli, and Deco and Napoli's sporting directors had a conversation about what Kvaratskhelia's situation is. And it seems that Napoli have ruled out the move of the Georgian attacker to FC Barcelona. Now, as I reported in a previous video, there was kind of a rift developing in Napoli between Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen, where there was some words exchanged between Osimhen and Kvaratskelia's agent. And as such, Napoli were considering keeping one of the two and offloading the other. And initially, they were leaning towards keeping Osimhen, but it seems that now Napoli have changed their mind and they have decided to keep Kvaratskhelia and build a project around Kvaratskhelia, and they have decided to offload Osimhen instead. And as such, since Napoli are not interested in offloading Kvaratskhelia, it's reported that they told Barcelona that if Barcelona want to sign the Georgian attacker, they would have to pay 150 million euros, which is of course completely out of Barcelona's budget. Now, it's reported that Barcelona also reached out to Kvaratskelia's agent once again, and it seems that this time around the agent told Barcelona that Kvaratskhelia is leaning more towards renewing his contract with Napoli. He wants to stay at the Serie A club because Napoli are looking to extend Kvaratskelia's contract from 2027 until 2028 with a drastic increase in salary, because right now it's reported that the Georgian attacker is only earning 1.5 million euros, which, given his status at the Serie A club, it's incredibly low. So Napoli are looking to increase his salary dramatically, add another year to his contract, build a project around him. So it seems like that Kvaratskelia's door has completely shut down in Barcelona's face. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.